Hey, what's going on? James from J Kramer Fitness, protein review guy. Today we are going to go ahead and take a look at Optimum Nutrition's Gold Standard Isolate. Today we're taking a dive into Optimum Nutrition's Gold Standard Isolate, specifically Chocolate Bliss. Optimum Nutrition promises this product offers 25 grams of protein with 5.5 grams of BCAAs. So this is what I'll be discussing in the protein review today. Amino spiking, transparency, how many scoops to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, third-party testing, of course, a flavor review on Chocolate Bliss, and then, of course, as always, is this product worth your money? Is Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard third-party tested? Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Isolate is verified by Informed Choice, which tests banned and illegal substances. While this provides a peace of mind, I was concerned more along the lines of the lack of transparency around the amino acid profile. Third-party testing is essential, and while they've got coverage here, I think they could do more in regards to full transparency, especially in regards to the amino acid profile. This is where things get a little murky with on isolate. There is no clear amino acid profile. I did get in contact with Optimum Nutrition, was not very sharing in regards to the amino acid profile. I firmly believe Optimum Nutrition's Gold Standard Isolate is not an amino spike protein powder. However, if you're someone who's trying to build muscle, it is annoying not knowing how much leucine you are getting per serving. Let's go ahead and take a look at the difference between the isolate and Gold Standard Whey. Leucine content is very similar. I'm estimating or guessing that the leucine content is very similar. BCAAs per serving is 5.5 grams. Total protein per serving, you're getting 25 grams of protein versus 24 grams of protein for the whey. Calories, 110 for the isolate, 120 for the Gold Standard Whey. And then of course there's a price difference. The isolate is a little bit more by almost 60 cents versus the whey. However, if you're someone who is very lactose sensitive, the big plus for the Gold Standard Isolate is that you are getting a 2 protein blend of just the standard. You are getting mostly a hydrolyzed whey isolate with whey protein isolate versus Gold Standard Whey, which is a 3 protein blend of isolate concentrate and then hydrolyzed whey. If you're someone who is very lactose sensitive, the isolate wins in my book just due to the fact that it's a pure protein powder that's been highly filtered out from the lactose with fewer additives. Still, the price point is significant because you are paying more for further refinement of or removal of the lactose from the whey. If transparency is king in your book, which is mine, I still personally recommend the Gold Standard Whey over the isolate. Let's go ahead and take a look at Amazon opinions on Gold Standard Isolate. As of today's taping, if you will, there are 2,100 reviews on Amazon. Averages around 4.6 out of 5 stars, which is very favorable. However, the positives highlight its mixability, great flavor, and the fact that it causes minimal bloating. There are some negatives too. Few users noted that experience issues with GI discomfort, a chemical aftertaste with the vanilla, and some shared that it is way too foamy. And of course, some shared that it's way too sweet, more along the line of being a buyer beware here. So make sure that if you do purchase this protein from Amazon, make sure it's from Optimum Nutrition directly so that you're not paying an arm and a leg for their isolate. All right, so the question at hand is, how many scoops does it take to stimulate muscle growth with Optimum Nutrition's Gold Standard Isolate? Research suggests that you should aim for at least 25 grams of protein with up to 3 grams of leucine. Optimum Nutrition Chocolate Bliss offers 25 grams of protein. However, the big mystery in the box, what's in the box? We don't know how much leucine is in per serving. So I'm speculating that you are only getting 2.6 grams of leucine per serving with the on isolate. If we were going to go ahead and guesstimate, you should be aiming for at least a little bit less than 1.25 scoops post workout. However, if you're someone who likes to have a little high protein skim milk with their protein powder, aim for 8 fluid ounces with 3/4 of a scoop of Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Isolate. How to make an Optimum Nutrition shake? All right, directions. 1 scoop with 6 to 8 fluid ounces. Shake for 30 seconds. As always, I have my daily driver Pure Choice Farm shaker cup. put this down to the side here, and then we're gonna go ahead and do a little big boy scoop. Right in, boom, scoop back in, grab the cell, lock her up. Let's go ahead, shake her up. I didn't shake this thing for 30 seconds. However, this Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Isolate mix is fantastic. I think I gave this a very high score, can't remember. Small cake mix around the side. However, the big thing, there we go. There are very little to no dry clumps. And then of course, pour spout, super clean. Yep, super clean, right there. Before going on into the taste test, please leave a like if you do like this content and subscribe. I do weekly protein powder reviews. With that shared, cheers. I have reviewed vanilla and chocolate for Optimum Nutrition Isolate. The vanilla is okay. It's nothing to bring home about. However, the chocolate though is delicious. Some of the reviewers on Amazon shared that this thing is overly sweet. I think it hits the right balance of sweetness. It's almost like you're drinking chocolate milk that's guilt-free. I think it's delicious. It's nutritious. It's not overly sweet. It's almost like you're drinking Nesquik, but not as full of sugar. So let's go ahead and go over the pros and cons. And as always, I always like to go over the cons first. There is a lack of transparency regarding the amino acid profile. You do have to mention that the protein powder is a little bit pricier it's on the pricier end of the spectrum. The pro on the pricier protein is it's a highly filtered out lactose protein. And when you compare it to the entry level nutrition gold standard whey, it's a 2 protein source, mostly hydrolyzed whey with some isolate. And then of course, when I did have this conversation with the rep from Optimum Nutrition, they shared that the protein powder is sourced from Europe or could possibly from India. I do believe on this container, the container states no artificial growth hormones. So I do believe that the rep is on point, because there are some countries in Europe that don't use growth hormones with their dairy cows. So I do believe that statement. So this protein is internationally sourced from Europe. Of course, let's go ahead and examine the pros. Taste is on point, mix is fantastic, and obviously the very low calories because of the further filtration of the lactose. And I did not have any kind of GI issues with this protein powder. So who should be buying this protein powder? If you have GI issues with regular whey, or if you're on a low carb diet, Atkins, or gluten-free diet, I firmly believe this is a great option for you. However, if you want full transparency and you want to go ahead and save a little bit more money and you're willing to go ahead and consume a multi-blend protein powder, save your money, go with Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. Is Optimum Nutrition Isolate good? Yes, but there are some caveats. Of course, we have to discuss the price point with the isolate. It is expensive. However, if you're, like I said in the previous section, if you are looking for more of a budget-friendly protein powder, go with the Optimum Nutrition Gold Standard Whey. The benefits with the isolate do merit a look, especially if you're lactose intolerant, want a higher quality protein, and you want something with a little bit fewer calories. Gold Standard Isolate is solid, but it depends on how much money you're willing to spend on your protein powder. Is it worth the extra dollars for a little bit more pure protein powder? That's totally up to you. If you do want to go with this protein powder, I would highly encourage you to go with the better value container that offers 44 servings per container. At least you're getting your best bang for your buck on that one. I think that might save you around 70 bucks. So let's go ahead and end this review and do a review roundup. And what we learned about this Optimum Nutrition Isolate: it scores well in taste, mixability, and to a certain degree third-party testing, especially in the banned substance area. However, it lacks transparency on amino acid content. Its higher price point per serving than other whey products on the market make it less of a standout in my book. But if you're on a strict diet, want a fast digesting gluten-free protein, it's worth considering. There are better options for those looking to maximize muscle growth with clear info on leucine content. Like I shared, the leucine content I'm estimating is around 2.6 grams. The only reason why you want to go ahead and purchase a whey protein isolate is because of the fact that you have issues digesting lactose. for the entry-level brand from Optimum Nutrition does offer Aminogen, which helps with aid in digestion. At that point, you're getting a tri-blend of isolate, concentrate, and hydrolyzed whey, whereas Optimum Nutrition Isolate is a higher protein quality, which is mostly hydrolyzed whey with some isolate. All right, another protein review in the books. Are you an Optimum Nutrition user? Comment downstairs, let me know what your thoughts on Optimum Nutrition. I think it's a fantastic brand. It's a little confusing on why they would be very transparent in regards to their entry-level whey, but with the amino acid profile, there is a level of skepticism with the isolate. I don't believe it's amino spike. Let's just put it that way. So, what are your thoughts? Comment downstairs. I'm always leaving the door open for more protein powders, something that you may want to purchase. I'll buy it first and then I'll go ahead and review it. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day.